is Dawn White and I own Ridgetop Equine Outfitters. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a wither tracing to help determine saddle fit on your equine. And that doesn't matter whether it's a horse or a donkey or a mule. I will walk you through the steps. So you do need a few items. You're going to want a blank piece of cardboard, tape measure, scissors, some wire, and a permanent marker. So I went ahead and cut a piece of wire already. Mine is just a piece of jewelry wire. You can also use a metal coat hanger, anything that is flexible that you're going to be able to put on your animal and be able to measure their wither. So on a mule or a donkey, you're going to want to feel where their scapula is. So her scapula is here. This is the wither. So scapula on each side. When you saddle them, you want to have that saddle to sit about 2 to 3 fingers behind the scapula. So 2 fingers behind the scapula puts me about there. I'm going to use my wire and I'm going to lay that where that saddle is going to sit. So 2 fingers width there, up and across her wither to the other side. And again, I'm going to make sure that that is 2 fingers width behind her scapula, and then I'm going to bend that wire down so that we get her shape. Once we do that, we're going to take that off. We're going to take it over to your cardboard. We're going to lay that down, and you're going to trace the inside. You're going to trace the inside of your wire. So I did already measure Tilly, so I have an example for you. So you're going to trace the inside of the wire on your cardboard, and that's going to give you the shape of her wither. Now once you've done that, you're going to measure 1.5 inches down. That's going to be where the contact of your saddle tree is going to sit. Ideally, if you have about 3 fingers width down from the pommel on your saddle, so that you have spinal clearance. So 1.5 inches down on Tilly, she is 5 inches, and then you measure 8 inches down, and that's going to give you your bar angle and bar spread. So she's 8 inches. She's pretty stocky for a donkey, so she's a little bit bigger than your typical narrow one. Your typical narrow donkey, you may only see a 4-inch or even a 3-inch at the top here. So with this, you don't want to go buy a saddle that has a 5-inch gullet. That's going to be too small. You're not taking into consideration of your saddle pad. So you may not have a very thick saddle pad, but it does make a difference. On Tilly, she has the 5-inch, but a 6-inch gullet is what actually fits her best with a 1/2-inch saddle pad. So hopefully that helps.